What's going on, beautiful people? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, y'all, we got to talk about that game that happened yesterday. The Kentucky Wildcats lost to the St. Peter's Peacocks by a score of 79-85, right? Yes, the number 2 seed powerhouse program, Kentucky Wildcats, lost to a 15 seed with about an enrollment of 2,300 kids, right? And I ain't hating on the small schools with 2,300 kids in the school. I come from a school that had 2,500 kids enrolled at the time, Mississippi Valley State University. Shout out my alma mater. Shout out to the Delta Devils, historically black college in Itta Bena, Mississippi. So I ain't hating on the St. Peter's Peacocks. Congrats to them, right? But this game was simply about coaching, y'all. And when I'm here to give y'all the unfiltered truth, I'm here to give it to y'all raw, uncut. When I'm watching John Calipari coach, he looks like a glorified PE coach with great recruiting ability. That's it. That's all. The man looks like just a glorified PE coach that can inspire kids to go ahead and go and play hard and work hard. But when it comes down to the X's and O's of basketball, he simply does not. He's not good at it. He doesn't really know it that well. And it's been a glaring weakness of John Calipari since his days at Memphis to me. I've been watching him since my Chicago brother D Rose is down there, right? So I've been following Coach Cal, and every time I watch Coach Cal coach teams, they always it's always some type of coaching issue. He gets out coached a lot. And he shouldn't be losing some of these games with all the talent that he has on his roster. As I mentioned before, he's a great recruiter. He can come in the living room. He can talk a whole lot of, he can come to the hoods of the hood. He came to Inglewood, to Chicago. He came to Inglewood to come see D Rose and sit down with his family. He can sell all the families to come to the program, tell them, I'm going to lead you to the pros. And he's good at getting these players to go to the professional ranks. But what he's not good at is he doesn't show them like the X's and O's of the game at all. I'm watching the coaching discrepancy between these two programs, St. Peter's and Kentucky, and one team is running great offensive sets. I'm talking about amazing offensive sets. And I'm looking at Kentucky, and I'm looking like, hell no. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Coach Cal is always just reliant on, I have better talent than you. I will outwill you. My team will be more athletic than you. They're just better players. They're just going to outlast you. And you can't always rely on that with 18 and 19-year-old kids. Upperclassmen maybe, but not these young kids. They're going to have hiccups. They're going to have times where they have errors. And as a coach, you're supposed to stop the bleeding. You're supposed to figure it out, see what's going on, and try to come up with a solution to the problem. And Coach Cal was unable to do that yesterday, and for a nice amount of time at Kentucky, right? Kentucky has had high rankings. They've had the number 1 recruiting class in the country, so on and so forth. And that's resulted in only 1 national championship with Anthony Davis back in 2012. That's a problem, y'all. Hey, look, shout out to Coach Cal because he comes to the hood to get the young black kids out of the hood and lead them to the promised land, to the NBA riches. Salute for that. But when it comes to coaching, I see it, man. It's just, he's not really that good at X's and O's. He gets outcoached a lot. And it's one thing to get outcoached by Jim Boeheim, Tom Izzo, Mike Krzyzewski, so on and so forth. Is another thing to get outcoached by a team that you're not supposed to beat. You're supposed to blow these guys out on paper. It's supposed to be just an annihilation. And when you go out here and you lose like this to this team, it's going to look funny style, man. I know the UK faithfuls are looking like, hold on, man, Coach Cal, man, this ain't no good look. And it ain't no good look for that program, man. They weren't supposed to lose like that. Some people had them in the national championship game. Some people had them getting as far as the Final Four, so on and so forth. So to lose in the first round, I think his first loss in the first round, this is a hard blow for that team to take. Seriously, it is, man. And I'm looking at Coach Cal like, bro, come on, man. And St. Peter's had, shout out to Daryl Banks III with 27 points, Doug Eater with 20 points. Everybody else just did their job. Everybody else knew what to do. They played team basketball and figured out a way to win when it came down to X's and O's and just execution. Coach Cal led teams. They're never really good at that. He's a great motivational speaker. He can galvanize a group of guys. But when things aren't working, when the offense is stagnant, and you can't buy a bucket, and and defense is crunching, is smothering you. You gotta draw something up to try to get the offense flowing properly. And again, he never really had it going. Even when, look, I swear to God, I don't care what nobody say. That team with Devin Booker at Kentucky, they was not supposed to lose to no goddamn Wisconsin. They weren't supposed to lose to Frank Kaminsky and Sam Dekker now. Shout out Sam Dekker and Frank Kaminsky. They was hooping that year. But there's no way in hell they were supposed to lose that game with Devin Booker. Who else they had? They had a slew of talent over there. Karl Anthony Towns, them boys. What's the boy name? Malcolm. What's the boy name, man? Trey Lyles and all them. They was not supposed to lose that at all. And they lost that game, bringing Devin Booker off the bench. Like, I'm like, bro, what the hell? No. But Coach, Coach Cal got out coach. Was that Bo Ryan? Was that Bo Ryan's squad? Was Bo Ryan still there at the time? But they got out coached by Wisconsin. By the Wisconsin coach, if it wasn't Bo Ryan. But it was always due to coaching a lot of times, man. And granted, guys miss free throws for Kentucky, so on and so forth. But it often comes down to X's and O's. He can come and recruit you. He can come talk the great jazz to the parents to get the young kids to come down there to hoop and all of that. And he can prop them up and elevate their stage to get looked at by NBA scouts. But when it comes down to, hey, make something happen, get us the chip, Coach Cal has struggled to do that with premier talent. Now I'm looking at D Rose and them run like that was really like D Rose and Chris Douglas Roberts and all them boys, Joey Dorsey. Shout out to what's the boy named Sean Taggart and all of them, man. Robert Dozier and them. That was them down there. They was getting it out the mud and making stuff shake. Coach Cal, he expects these young kids to all do that. Get it out the mud, make something shake, make something happen because you're talented. You are the number 2 point guard coming out of high school. You're the number 1 small forward coming out of high school. You're the number 4 center coming out of high school. You're supposed to get this done and figure it out. No. As the head of the program, as the mastermind behind it all, you're supposed to figure out the best solution to get your team in a situation to win games. This is a problem for Kentucky, man. They should have at least 2 national championships at minimum, not 1. With all that damn talent that he just brings through Kentucky, that man got a load of talent all throughout the league. For real. He get them drafted all the time. They always be the top players in the country. And it ain't always just, the kid ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? Now, the Harrison twins, they wasn't that good to me. They just wasn't like that to me. I'm sorry. Harrison twins was never like that when I saw them in college. I'm like, oh, no. I knew they wasn't the first couple of games, right? I knew what's the boy name that played for the Knicks? Or he might get traded from this. Do he still play with Knicks? What's the boy name, man? Nerlens Noel and I knew he wasn't it like that. You know what I'm saying? He was good in high school or whatever. But he had premier talent. And for some reason, it can't put it together in order for it to manifest into a championship. I know they're going to be looking at him funny in Kentucky like, yo, what we got him here for if he can't get these games in? But what you got him there for is he going to get them top players to come there. He can get Drake to come to March Madness and all of that. You know what I'm saying? He's hip. He cool with the young generation, the young crowd. They all love him and all of that. And that's cool. That's a part of recruiting. That's a recruiting tool. But you got to do more than just recruit top talent. You got to figure out a way to win with that top talent. You got to figure out a way to get a winning formula at the Kentucky program. You have to. Or if not, I'm sure the alumni going to be looking like, hold on now. The boosters going to be like, damn now. It's not adding up. It ain't looking pretty, man. Coach Cal, you looking like a glorified PE coach with great recruiting ability. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the topic in the comment section below. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.